Hi, Anson. Okay, I have your 6159 here. Let's talk the numbers. It's running really low and it's out of adjustment. Do we know anything on the service history of this watch? It's not running that hot. Hey, it could be running worse. I mean, it's straight and steady, but it's out of adjustment and the amplitude is quite low. Yeah, but it's coming up. Hmm. You know, eh. Mine started out with lower numbers than this. Okay, so I think that's reasonably okay. Let's talk about the things. Stop that here. Okay, this is your 6159. Now, you had said, well, this was reloomed. I want to see if you can reloom it again. This isn't a terrible job. It really isn't. The only place they kind of screwed up at all was they kind of overflowed the wells here a little bit. But the daytime color of the loom is actually quite good, and the fill is nice and flat. If this were my watch, I wouldn't actually touch this. I wouldn't fiddle with this loom at all. I would probably try to clean up around the markers a little bit. If there's any overflow, I'd get rid of it. The dial surface is good. Text is decent. The hand surface might clean up a bit. See how it looks a little gluey? That's a scratch. Those are scratches, but this kind of hazy stuff, at least there's no plating loss. Maybe that those will clean up pretty nicely. I do feel that the movement's moving around. That's because the interior is sealed. There's a seal that goes around the movement. That's missing. Your crown seal is missing. I don't feel the click ball in there at all. But this was a really crappy system. Honestly, for such an expensive watch, I mean, Seiko still did it the old school way, which was a retaining spring and then just a click ball sitting in a hole in the case, and this is supposed to go click, 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 but the spring is so imprecise it doesn't really stay there very much. Your insert's better than mine, I'd say. So, I mean, just for fun, I got mine out. You can see the loom color is actually not bad. My loom's 100% original. It's not a bad job at all. I think the only places where it really is a giveaway is where you get this kind of variation on the visible thickness of these of the markers. There's no plating loss. I would just go over it very, very, very lightly, just to make sure these straight lines are straight, and that would be you'd be amazed how much of an improvement that is. You really would. Let's see now. I want to see something. 9-1. Yours is from January 69. Mine's from August 69. Yeah, I wouldn't, seriously, honestly, if this were mine, I would just clean up this reloom and I would make it look a little more professional, but then I wouldn't touch it otherwise. I mean, whoever did this actually did a pretty decent job. Just a little bit of trimming up and it should be fine. And it needs service, but it doesn't need anything else. I mean, it's original. A little bit of roughness on the case there. What's up with that? What's up with that? It's just some pecks. You still got gold on your insert, and that's good. Yeah. I don't think it's anything to get too freaked out about. I would just, as I said, I would just clean up the straight edges. If you clean up the straight edges, you'd be amazed how much better it'll look. The crystal's kind of hazy. That will definitely improve, and of course it needs service. But anyway, I think it's a fine place to start. I've certainly seen watches with far more challenges than this one. This one is, I think, going to be pretty straightforward. Okay, thank you much.